So even though I'm a little bit late to the Buzzzsaw hype, I still wanted to try one out, and I thought I could offer a little bit different perspective than what I've seen online so far. Not only do I have this Buzzzsaw with me, but I have this old pre-flight number Buzz that I got a while ago, maybe sometime between 2016 and 2018. So these are almost discs released about 10 years apart, maybe 7 to 10 years apart, somewhere in that range. And they're pretty much the same disc, so we can kind of get a comparison of, has anything really changed in that time? We have this new fused Buzz, this like overmolded Buzz, undermolded, whatever you want to call it, and then we have the old glory before they even had flight numbers to test it up against. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Buzzzsaw is a Buzz, but it has this like little ridge undermold, overmold, very similar to like the MVP gyro thing, but it's under the rim. And just if you haven't held one or watched a video about one, the one thing I've noticed that I didn't see people talk about, yeah, there are grooves on the outside, but you won't really feel that. What I feel is on the underside of the disc, if you run your finger like along the rim there, you can feel like little bumps. So when you're grabbing onto it, you can there's like a little bit of subtle grooves where the plastic kind of juts out a little bit. And it's also, even though the outside or like the flight plate part of the disc is very grippy, this kind of like flexy Z plastic, the underside of it feels pretty good right now because it's like over 80 degrees outside, but when it was a little bit cooler, it's a bit more of a slick feeling. It might be like ESP or something, so wasn't my favorite, but we're gonna get a couple throws with this. I haven't thrown this disc in probably 6 years, and I haven't thrown this disc at all. I threw it once or twice. We're gonna play 10 holes, just a little collection of holes I think I can throw the Buzz on, and see which one comes out on top, and I'll also just give my general opinions on each disc. Hey, by the way, I'm gonna be giving this disc away, so if you wanna get in on that, head over to my Instagram, enter the giveaway, and you could win this fresh, very nice Buzzzsaw. Just to keep it simple, I'm just gonna throw the pre-flight number Buzz first each time, followed up by the Buzzzsaw. First hole, 285, a little bit downhill, kind of an easy one just to get out there, put it close. A little turned over, should fade out. Got 20 footer. A little more turn than I expected out of that, honestly. I thought I threw it on like just a little bit of hyzer, thought it would kind of push and then fade, but kind of got flipped up a little bit. Haven't thrown that old Buzz in a very long time. I think it flies a little bit less stable than the Buzzes I've thrown more recently. Yeah, way more stable. Same distance putt, probably just on the other side. So far, we got pretty low wind here, maybe a little bit of tailwind. Older Buzz wanted to flip over a little bit. Buzzzsaw, a little more stable. Oh, just as a real quick comparison, I have a Z Buzz right here. I'm not gonna be part of the rest of the video. Just wanna see how it flies compared to those two. So same stability as the Buzzzsaw, I would say. Landed in pretty much the exact same spot. So there you go. Buzzzsaw a little further out here than I expected. Probably about a 25, maybe even a 30 footer. Yeah, I just left it a little low. And then of course, the pre-flight number Buzz, pretty dang close. Old versus new. The old dog starting out with a little bit of a lead. Next up, we have a very tough 260-foot tunnel shot. Typically, I can put this pretty close with my logic. Sticking up to the Buzz might make it, I think, a little bit more difficult to keep it in the middle. A little bit more left to right movement with a mid-range, but could still technically get it there, so both of these should be able to do it. I think the older Buzz might be nicer, had a little bit more of a mellow flip up. Fused Buzzzsaw seems like it wants to dump out a little bit more. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Maybe a little short, but at least we have a putt. Oh, I threw it way too high. Keep going. All right, that fought through, also a putt. We went high with one, low with the other. I think the Buzzzsaw just has the old Buzz beat by just a hair. 35 footer probably for both of these. Oh, just a little off. Hope to straddle this one. We tied it back up. Back out in the open, we got 285, just a little bit uphill. Kind of a hyzer. Bunker on the left. Not gonna be in play because it's not really marked. So I don't think either of these are probably going in the bunker. I think Buzzzsaw has the advantage here, being a bit more stable, can kind of play the hyzer a little better. Either way, both of these should be able to be put pretty close. Just don't want to push it too far out to the right. Oh, and I did exactly that. Yeah, that's going to be a par, almost certainly. Definitely didn't give it the hyzer angle I needed. kind of threw it as if it was an overstable disc. And that's looking like it's gonna be a lot better. As long as it settles up. Yup. You know, if you're gonna hyzer an older disc like that, it's a bit less stable. You really gotta give it the angle. I just wasn't letting it do that. I was thinking it was a bit more stable and it would fade out. Might have been better just to go straight at it. Oh. I mean, I was trying not to overshoot it, but yeah, Buzzzsaw coming up a little short. Got a little bit of work to do on this putt. Oh, just a little high. This basket's just a little teeny one. It was uphill, but keeping the margins close. I'm not gonna let the Buzzzsaw get too much of a lead here. The great equalizer, my putting, will keep these discs in line. So putting, kind of stole one from the pre-fight number Buzz in the second hole. Third hole, stole it back. Count on me to miss 25 to 30 footers. We've got 325 playing the blues on hole 6 here. Gonna take kind of the turnover angle, try and sneak into the gap up there. You gotta think the older Buzz has the advantage here. It's gonna be easy to get a little bit of turn out of that. Well, I feel like I haven't thrown a turnover with it, but I feel like the Buzzzsaw is gonna need a little bit more sort of flex out of the hand, but it could be nice. It's a bit domier. Maybe it's gonna sort of flex out for me into the gap. Got a little bit of a headwind too, so that should help. As long as that holds, it's gonna be good. Oh, oh, it was just a little too far. That was coming in so nice. I think if I throw the Buzzzsaw on that angle, it will fade out on me into those trees without even having to get there on anhyzer. So I'm gonna flex this out of my hand a little more. Oh yeah, it's fighting out. Can you find a gap? It did find a gap. Little too low though. Okay, we got kind of a look here. Just gonna pretty much lay this up. It was coming in nice. It probably would have been like, I'm gonna guess inside the circle, maybe edge of circle. Yeah, it slid up there. Got a little luck here with the Buzzzsaw. Got an actual putt, probably like a 45, 50 footer. I think I'm gonna try and step it a little bit. We'll see if that works out for me. Oh, well, still tied up. All right, it's been like 30 minutes since I played that hole. I had a dog scare the shit out of me. A little tiny dog run up behind me. I thought it was a person screaming. And then I just helped someone get their retriever and a disc out of a tree. So I told you about my YouTube channel. Shout out that guy if you are watching this video now. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your round. I believe we're all tied up. Now we're playing the island hole from the blues. I don't know how long it is. It's like 320. I think I'm gonna play both the discs a little bit differently now. I'll probably go straight at it with the old Buzz and kind of play the hyzer a little bit more. Fade in. I think the hyzer is gonna be like the better play, but I don't wanna be fading out right too much with the old one. So we're gonna go straight at it with this guy, kind of pop it up on a little bit of hyzer, get a little bit of turn. In theory, you should be able to park it. Oh yeah, flips up really nice. I didn't throw it hard enough, so it's pretty short. I was kind of afraid of turning it over though, so I'll take that. I could probably throw this one a little harder. Yeah, and look at that. It flips up a tiny bit, but it just rides. Very good for this hole. Pretty much parked it. I mean, they feel like completely different discs, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think I could have thrown the old PFN Buzz with that power. It would have just flipped over completely and gone nowhere. All right, not too bad. We got a little bit of a putt here. Try and pop something up. We'll try the step putt again. I haven't really been step putting that great lately, but I was like on line on that last one. Nope. Maybe it's time to retire the step putt for good. Oh my goodness. All right, somehow still tied up here. We got to start making some 25, 30 footers. We got 355 downhill. Pretty much a shot made for the Buzz. Just hit the gap. I feel like the old one will kind of flip up a little bit and at least go away from the OB. Gonna have to like hit the Buzzzsaw kind of hard to get it down there. Both of them can definitely do it, so kind of just see which one I can execute with better. Yeah, it's drifting way right. A little bit of headwind, so just probably want the more stable disc. I think if I throw this about the same, it'll either go OB left or be parked. Oh, golly. Ripped that way too high. Okay, you're not gonna believe how long I just spent looking for this disc. I actually picked up the other disc because I thought I was gonna have to just scrap the video because I lost the Buzzzsaw. But no, it's in this long grass. I thought for sure it went OB over in that long grass. The other disc was like right there. The basket's right there. We're just gonna call it a par for both. Keep it tied up and move on. I've probably spent 20 minutes looking for this thing. If anyone from the town parks of Penfield is watching this video, please cut all of the grass that is in the fairway of the course. All right, we got another similar hole here. Downhill, low ceiling, 325. Bit of a right to left crosswind. Try not to put it too low, keep it up high. I'm gonna try and let the PFN Buzz just kind of glide down there. Don't force it too much, and then for the fuse Buzz, I think I'm just gonna pop it a little bit harder and try to get it all the way there. Flip. Oh my God, look at how that flips. Oh, that was an ace run. Absolutely gorgeous. That is how a Buzz is supposed to fly right there. I'm gonna try and throw this kind of similar, just to kind of show you how it's gonna be different. But I'm still gonna try and put it close, but I'm gonna try and throw it like a similar angle. A little high, actually. Fought through a bunch of stuff. The branch has definitely got in the way, so I guess that wasn't the best indicator. But you can kind of see how it kind of just pushed up and just got up to kind of maybe flat and then faded out, where the old Buzz kind of flipped up and turned and like got that nice little S flight out of it. I don't know if it's because it's older, but I think I didn't throw that disc all that much, so they should be pretty similar in terms of stability. And it seems like it's pretty different. I will also say, just because it's a little more stable, a little more domey and glidey, it seems, the right to left wind does want to push it up into the trees, where they're older, kind of flatter, maybe a little bit less glide, more turn, kind of cuts through the wind a little more, gets on that turn angle a little more, doesn't get pushed up quite into the trees. So while I did throw it maybe a little high, I think the disc did do some of the work there. Wow, not even close to a real bid. And just like that, some squandered opportunities. 2 25, 30 foot misses from the Buzzzsaw. 1 park job from the old Buzz. Takes the lead. All right, we got downhill water carry, 380. Kind of a tough one. I've lost a mid-range in this pond from this tee before, although it was quite a bit colder, so I wasn't throwing quite as far. A little bit of a headwind too, so got to make sure we put this thing out there. I'm gonna probably try to aim a little bit left just in case we don't clear, and because of the headwind I don't want this to turn over and then go into the water. I also don't want to lose this because this is a bit of a sentimental disc for me, so we're still going to try and get it there, put some power on it. We'll see which one. This is kind of like the power hole, the distance hole. Pretty confident I can get both of these there though, so shouldn't be too worried. Yeah, cleared it way out to the right. Definitely expected that into the headwind, even putting it on a hyzer. Probably could have went more of a straight line, but of course you have these limbs hanging out to our left there, so you got to get it out right. Buzzzsaw should be able to do the same thing, maybe have a little bit of a better finish. Oh, that's looking nice. That might actually, oh, it's drifting. See how that's, okay, a little closer. More of a Buzz flight though, you know, I really pumped it out there. It didn't seem to have the stability quite as much. I definitely pumped it a little bit flatter. Definitely didn't hit it quite as much hyzer, but it still drifted straight forward. So it seems like you kind of have to throw this thing a little faster, you know, like even though it's a 1/16 of an inch, it's a little bit wider of a rim, maybe a little bit faster feeling of a disc, flies the same as like an old PFN Buzz. You just got to hit it a little harder. It's kind of almost what I'm feeling now. And now that I got to really like unleash on these two discs a little bit more. We'll go see if we can make some putts. All right, we got a long, little bit uphill, downwind look. Oh, pop that out to the right a little too much. And to tie things back up, got about a circle's edge putt. Not the best wind. A little bit of right to left. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a putt. And it's all tied up. With that throw, I'm not gonna lie, I'm becoming a little bit more of a believer in the Buzzzsaw. I wasn't up until that point, but being able to throw it hard definitely helped. Okay, hole 15, big downhill, 420. Gotta play the whites, unfortunately. A little too tired to be getting all of 470 downhill with the mid, although I can do it. Got a little bit of a headwind too, and I'm exhausted from looking for that disc and all that other stuff during this round. Taking a little longer than I expected. Either one of these discs could get a bit of a stroke swing here, so we're gonna try and not let the PFN Buzz turn over too much, although I think this has a pretty good chance of getting there as long as I throw it on the right angle. Buzzsaw, we'll see. I think if I throw it hard, it kind of just holds straight for quite a while. I've learned now, so you get another chance to just rip on one a little bit and see where it goes. By the way, if you like my hat, go to my website, first link in the description, tylertddiscgolf.com, where you can get cool merch and lessons. Turn, turn. Oh, that's a par. Wow, I thought that was gonna turn over more. I threw that really high. Oh, that's the angle I should have thrown the other one on. That's also way left. Yeah, those both sucked. I'm just gonna clean those up for par. We'll move on to the final hole and see if one disc can take the lead and win it outright. I believe we're all tied up. Clearly my energy is dwindling. My form is breaking down as it did on that last hole. I think it's 4 o'clock now and I haven't eaten lunch. I was expecting to finish this video at like 2:30. I had an extra hour and a half of extra stuff happen in between while I was filming this. So I am pretty tired and hungry. Either way, we're tied up. Someone's got to win. Got 325 tunnel shot, hole 17 from the Blues if you're familiar. I think it'd be a shoe-in for the old Buzz. I didn't mean for it to be that way, but either disc could take it. I'm gonna leave everything out there in these last 2 shots and maybe these last 2 putts if I have to, and try to come up to a clear winner. That's looking nice. Does it have the distance? Not quite. It's gonna be a 40-footer. Got a nice little drift, but too afraid of the ceiling. Didn't quite get it up high enough. We'll try and correct course on this one a little bit. Oh, it's so high. Find a way through. Oh, it got a kick. Oh, that's also like a 45-footer. I have to make one. All right, I really thought this got up a lot closer than it did. I believe the Buzzsaw is a little closer to have a chance to tie it or win. Oh, that is so bad. Dude, I'm so tired. It's so hard to play when you are this tired. Oh, all right. Got about a 45-footer, I think. Maybe 50 to win it all for the fused Buzz. It's gonna have to be a straddle. There's a chance. Oh my God, 0% power. Well, that's it. Looks like it was a tie, which I suppose is fitting since these are, after all, both Buzzes, even if they are many years apart. They do feel like different discs. The rims feel a little bit different, even if the mold is kind of the same. You know, this one's a little domier, the Buzzsaw. This is flatter, a little more understable. Diameter, a little bit different. I don't know if that's intended, but I did measure it and they are a little bit different. I would say, I think I prefer the Buzzsaw just because I can hit it really hard and I know it's not really gonna turn over on me. So for most cases where I'm throwing a mid-range, that's kind of what I'm gonna want. I almost feel like this old PFN Buzz is kind of a different breed. Really nice flip-ups, good turnovers, holds lines really well when you get it on Anheuser. They're just 2 very different discs, honestly. And so, depending on who you are, I think either one could be good for you. I think most people are gonna like the older Buzzes, and I really, honestly, from the Buzzes I've thrown more recently, the Z Buzzes, this old Elite Z Buzz, this PFN Buzz, is just it's a different breed. I really do think they don't quite make them like this anymore, at least not the ones that I've seen. And throwing this thing again after probably 6-7 years of having not thrown it, it's definitely bringing back some memories. It reminds me why I liked this disc so much when I had it. But if you're a fan of the Buzzsaw, I am. I'm definitely more of a fan now than when I started this video. I was a bit skeptical, but I think it is different enough that it is kind of its own thing. Got a little more glide, kind of a nice pushing straight shot, a little bit of flip up, but doesn't really turn over. If you want to get one, go to otbdisc.com. Use my code SUNSHINE for free shipping. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.